Welcome to Grey Golfers. We're here to help you Grey Golfers realise and reach your potential. It's all about you. So hit me up with whatever questions you've got and I will answer. I'm Stuart Smith, PGA professional and a fellow Grey Golfer. Hello there and welcome to the first Grey Golfers podcast. I'm Stuart Smith, I'm a PGA professional and I have created Grey Golfers, started Grey Golfers, whatever you want to call it. This is sort of my idea to help fellow golfers who, like me, are turning grey and not quite hitting the ball as far. So, quick introduction to me first of all before I sort of explain what Grey Golfers is about. I'm a PGA professional, been a PGA professional for over 25 years now. I also have a successful YouTube channel, which is the Short Game channel, so I'm very heavily into my short game tuition. I'm also currently the club professional up at Thetford Golf Club in Norfolk. Fantastic golf course. If you've never had a chance, get up there and have a game. It is awesome. I also own a few other businesses, so I run a very successful golf tuition holiday company called Golf Tuition Holidays, and we've been taking golfers away for a few years now. They're normally all about short game. The majority of people come away are probably over 50. I also own a company called Heavenly Hybrid, and what they are a full set of hybrids from sand iron through to driving iron. So for ladies and for seniors, they're perfect. If you've got the shanks, they're amazing because you can't shank them. Yep, they are 100% shank proof. So if you've got the shanks and you need to get rid of it, then have a go with that golf club. And what drives me is seeing golfers improve. I love to see golfers improve. That's why I do my teaching. That's why I design plenty of training aids. I've got training aids that are being sold under license via Odyssey and Callaway. I've got ones that I sell myself, and as soon as I've designed one, I come up with another one. So the more I can help golfers, the better I feel, and that's what sort of drives me. And that's one of the reasons why I come up with Grey Golfers, is because I just had a new set of clubs. So I got fitted in my studio for a set of Mizunos, and bearing in mind now I've had stiff shafts for 25 to probably 27 years. So we went through it on the Mizuno swing stick, which is awesome. So if you get a chance to have a go on one somewhere, have a go, because it makes you finding what's the right shaft for you so easy. We use it the whole time, no matter which clubs the customers go for. We always put them on the Mizuno stick first. And regular. That's what I needed, was regular shafts. So after 27 years of hitting stiff shafts, it's now said the best shaft for me was regular. Which, of course, being a golf professional and the old male ego and everything else, I was like, rubbish, this can't be right for me. But we went with it. We ordered the whole lot, driver through to Lodbridge, in various heads, but we all with regular shafts. Then I went out and played, and my word, 25, 30 yards longer off the tee with the driver. I thought this was amazing, couldn't believe it. So we told all the members at the club, I sent out some emails and said, look, you got to get fitted for the right shafts. This is what it's done to my game. So I was obviously head over heels in love with them, and then I played with a couple of friends of mine, and I played dreadful, absolutely awful. And so the only conclusion I could come to was, yes, you're right, the shafts, they're too soft. I needed stiffer shafts again. So the next day, got hold of my assistant, we went back into the studio, we did another test on the Mizuno swing stick, and I swung it as fast and as hard as I could do. And what did it show? Regulars. So it just goes to show that no matter what you did used to do, as we get older, the swing does slow down a bit. We do generate a little bit less power, maybe a little bit less lag, and therefore the shafts you do get are very, very important. So after that, and then playing with my assistants and looking at them 50 yards further up the hole than me, I thought, hey ho, let's create a way for golfers who are getting a bit greyer, hence the name Grey Golfers. So 45, 50 over, and even going up to 60, 70, 80-year-olds, this is going to help you. Let's come up with a way to not only maintain your handicaps, but still improve them. Because even though I'm 50 yards behind the youngsters, there's not too many of them at the club that would beat me because my course management is better. I hit more fairways from 100 yards and in. I'm better. So I use the best of what I've got to my ability to be able to shoot some decent scores. And that's what Grey Golfers is about. So we're going to be running podcasts. So the podcast will be giving out information. We're going to be looking to interviewing some of the big manufacturers and to ask them, hey, what in your range is good for the older golfer? If you're losing a bit of club head distance and speed, which clubs in your range is going to suit them? We're going to be doing some YouTube stuff. I know this is already set up as well, where we're going to do some videos. Some will be general and others will be, okay, right, well, let's make sure we hit this fairway and let's show you some short game tips and other stuff to really get your scores down and hopefully improve your handicap. And then, of course, we've also got the Facebook page and Instagram, which stuff will be going out on there. But use certainly the Facebook page to ask us some questions. We are here to help you. We want to hear your voice and your issue so we can then do a podcast on it or a video on it or something, or ask someone how best to improve your game. Hopefully on the podcast, we'll be able to talk to some senior tour pros and say to them, okay, right, what have you done in your games to change from when you're on the regular tour to now you're on the seniors tour? How have you changed? Because I bet we're going to get some great answers from them, because it's not only you and I who have got older, have got greyer, aren't hitting it as far. That happens to all of them. So now we go down to, who's Grey Golfers for? Well, if you've got a bit of grey hair, then you tick the box. You're in there. But generally, I'm 47, so coming up to us, sort of over 50s, going over, we are going to cover lots of stuff. So if you're 50 and you still hit the ball a good way and you play off a 3 handicap, don't think this isn't for you, because it is. I'm a PGA pro, so I play off scratch, and I've done this because I've noticed the change in my game. I've noticed it in mine. It will happen in everyone's. And if you're 75, don't think, well, I'm too old to worry about this. No, nonsense. We will cover stuff to help all of you. That's the whole point of the Grey Golfers. The only thing you've got to have is 1 or 2 grey hairs, then you qualify. It's as simple as that. And our aim on the Grey Golfers is to give you the information, is to ask you the questions that you can then answer and say to us, right, okay, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? And your feedback, we will then take, we will then work out what to do and hopefully come back with good answers and good videos and podcasts to help you improve and to make it more enjoyable. There'll be some stuff out there that's going to help everyone. So the more input we get from you, fellow Grey Golfer, a listener, a podcast listener, a YouTube watcher, the more info we get from you, the more we can do. Okay, so if you want to know more, you want more help, you got to drop us a message on Instagram or Facebook, or find out where we are and come in. And so sometimes we'll do some videos on some Grey Golfers and take you around a golf course and show you how, even off your new handicaps, because the new system's coming, we can still improve you. Okay, so hopefully coming up on the podcast, as I say, we're going to be talking to some manufacturers shortly and find out what in their range is good for the different ages, the different swing speeds, what you need to look for. There's a lot of great stuff out there on YouTube and everything, but a lot of it is probably directed at younger golfers, because a lot of it is modelled on tour pros. Well, as we get a bit greyer, we can't perhaps turn as far, we're not quite as flexible. So how do we get to be better in ourselves, as well as what equipment can we use to make us better? So we'll be doing some of that hopefully in the next few weeks, and hopefully we'll try to get hold of a senior tour pro and speak to them. Okay, hopefully see you soon.